Hi guys, I'm leaving work. We got in from retreat yesterday at about 5 in the afternoon. We had a lovely time, got a lot accomplished, did a lot of quilting, visited with friends, laughed, cried, missed a few of our friends that didn't get to make it, but it was lots of fun. The weather was beautiful, the food was delicious as always. But anyway, I'm starting to drive home. I'm gonna go see my mother, go bathe my dog, and we are just gonna go home and start unpacking of, you know, my weekend or my week at retreat. It was a lovely week, and just organize my quilting items and my tools and clean out my sewing machine, put my things away. But it was lots of fun. Wish I would have been able to stop and get pictures of the bluebonnets and all the Texas wild, beautiful flowers that grow along the highway. They're just so beautiful, and with the rain we had in the summer, there's bluebonnets everywhere. All the trees are beautifully green. Everything just looks so pretty, and the days have been just, you know, paradise. But anyway, today we worked and at the store, and we had a great day. A lot of new customers, and had a visit from a friend of mine, which was really nice. It's always nice to see your friends that you haven't seen, and even if you've just saw them last week, it's always a pleasant surprise that they come by the store and just, you know, want to visit with you and chat with you and eat in the tea room, and rearrange some things. I also have to go next week sometime and pack and prepare to empty out the house that we just had an estate sale in. So we'll be doing that. Probably I'll start on Tuesday. I'm gonna call the guys that help me move everything out and empty out the house and leave it nice and clean, because there is an offer on the house, which is always a big plus after conducting an estate sale, that the house is sold. So that's always a great plus. The clients are always happy to move on, and it was a living estate that we had there. But it's always great to hand them their check and the sale of the house and everything, almost everything in the house sold. There's always something left over that we'll bring to the store. And then there's all my items that I use for my register, you know, my little office that travels from estate sale to estate sale to pack and to organize and to restock for the next upcoming estate sale. So I'm on my way home, and as you can see, it's a beautiful day. Hopefully I can help my daughter a little bit clean her house. Not that her house is dirty, but, you know, just put some things away. My son was staying at my daughter's house while I was away at retreat. She's in California, so he was house sitting and taking care of her little dog Tesla, and I have to go water her orchids and just clean up a little bit and make myself some supper and rest up for the night, and maybe I'll get some hand sewing done. So just wanted to talk to you about there was many great times at retreat, but there was also a few times when, you know, you're doing your work, and this didn't happen to me in particular, but I was listening because my sunglasses on. There, that's much better. Anyway, it takes me about 25 to 30 minutes to get home from the store. always a nice drive. It's not very hectic. It's not very congested. And once in a while we get rain. But anyway, going back to retreat and what hopefully some of us, or I should say, keeping in mind that hopefully I will not be this type of person, and if I am, I'm sorry that I am, but you know, there was a fellow quilter there, and she was sewing on a project and just moving along, and you know, she's been sewing for many, many years, and she's excellent seamstress, excellent. She does excellent alterations. But, you know, she was working on a quilt, and everybody was giving her their opinion, or trying to give her a trick of, well, why don't you do it like this, and why don't you do it like that, and I've always done it like this, and no, I've always done it like that. Anyway, and I just looked at her, and I was trying to understand what was going on, and basically she didn't ask for anyone's help, but we're always quick to offer, and sometimes we need it, sometimes we do need it, but offer advice or telling people how to do it when they are very capable of doing a particular task or a project, or troubleshoot how it would be better for them to finish that particular project. Anyway, this was a quilt that had about 25 blocks, and it's going to be a 5x5, 5 blocks across, 5 blocks down, and it's a gift from the bee. Each sewing sister, each sewing quilter made a block, and she is going to put it together, or she put it together actually at retreat in a matter of no time at all. But she would have even finished that project even faster if some of us would have just, you know, kept our opinions or our comments or our ideas to ourselves and not interrupt what her thought process and the process of her putting that beautiful quilt together. Now, mind you, she put a lot of projects together. She brought in several projects that were unfinished projects, which we call UFOs, unfinished objects. Anyway, she put several of them together, and then the lady that was sitting across from her also put a lot of projects together. Mind you, she was working on, this particular person that had a lot of comments and opinions was working on a project of her own, but it was a very slow, tedious process, but there was no way in that particular 4-day span of our retreat that she was going to get it done. So because she was having problems getting anything finished, she did get a lot accomplished, but get anything finished, and she was not going to be able to finish her quilt. I guess she felt the need to interrupt or give other people opinions of how things should be done. Anyway, I just thought it was funny. Sometimes we need to really think about what we're going to say. You know, did they ask you for your opinion? Did they ask for your help? Did they ask, you know, how would you do this? You know, sometimes we just need to listen instead of just speak just for the sake of speaking, and, you know, let the other people shine. You know, some of these people are just, everyone really, truly is very, very talented, and they don't need our help. They need our companionship. They need our, you know, when they ask us, what do you think about this color with this color? Do you think I should use that tool or this tool? Well, then, by all means, give your opinion or give your tip of the day or things like that. But we shouldn't have a comment or we shouldn't have criticism, whether you think it's constructive or not, to everything that's going on around us. Even from across the room, she could hear things that were being said or whatever, and she would like, how do you concentrate on conversations that are like 6 tables away? My goodness. You know, no wonder we don't get things done, is because we're just so involved with everything else around us. And fellowship as well. Fellowship is good. And we should help each other and everything. But sometimes I think we hinder someone else's time and talent because we think they should do it our way. Our way is not always the correct way. And sometimes we stand to learn something if we just listen, look and listen. We might learn something. So anyway, that's just one of the things that went on at retreat, that sometimes people just need to talk because they need to be heard, but really nobody wants to listen, which is kind of tacky, but that's the way it is. Anyway, but we had wonderful breakfast, lunch, and dinners, snacks in between. All of us complaining that there was just way too much food. Of course, we serve ourselves, and we were full, and then they call us and tell us, lunch is ready, and we all get up and go eat lunch, and then we have snacks after lunch, and then we're like, oh, I can't eat another bite, this is just way too much. And then they would announce, dinner's ready, and we'd all get up and go to dinner. And it was just hilarious because the food was excellent, but we eat with our eyes, I guess, and we think our stomachs are as big as our eyes, and maybe they are by the end of the week because we've eaten so much. But anyway, the weather was beautiful over there. A little cool at night, but beautiful days, beautiful sunny days. On the third night, we did have a thunderstorm that came in, and thunder and lightning, and it was just, which made you sleep better, I think. It makes you relax and not hear the outside noise, and I love the rain and I love thunder, so of course when I'm indoors, not traveling or outside or being caught in the rain. So anyway, I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. I hope y'all had a wonderful week. I hope you have a great weekend coming up, and I'll see if I can do more of these drive vlogs, and comment and suggest if you want to see more of these, or what topics you would like for me to discuss. Maybe you'd want comments, or just speaking of customers that come in, things they come in and ask. Some things are so smart, and some things are just, are you kidding me? Are you really wanting this? It's already at a low price and you want it for how much? They give you offers, and it's just sometimes a ridiculous amount that you kind of wonder, come on, are you kidding me? So anyway, my mom wants a salad, so a grilled chicken salad, so gotta go by and pick that up and then take it to her house. I usually try and call my mother and say, hey, do you want me to bring you some dinner? Whatever she wants, and she goes, sometimes she's so cute, she says, surprise me, bring me whatever you want. No, today in particular, she asked for chicken salad, a grilled chicken salad, so that's what I'm going to take her. Of course, she did say bring it from Burger King or bring it from this other privately owned establishment, and I'm taking the better one, I think, to her. So, that's where we're headed now. I think I've had allergies now with this. All the citrus trees and the peach trees are blooming, and it just smells wonderful, but it does play havoc on my allergies. Usually I'm driving and watching YouTube, or not really watching, but listening to the YouTube favorites that I have that I haven't watched, and I don't want to miss an episode of my favorite YouTubers. And so I'll watch it, listen and watch a little bit when I'm driving to and from work, because it's something, like I said, it's about 25 to 30 minutes each way. Can y'all hear that loud music? I don't even want to look over there, but there's a real nice sporty car. But I can hear that music blaring out of that little car. Or it's not so little, but anyway, that sporty car. Not my quilting, excuse me. I get more comments and more views on my orchids. And I really love trying to keep these little orchids alive and giving them what they need and watching them grow, and so excited when they spike up and bloom for you. But I'm trying to now, my daughter also, we are trying to get different species, different hybrids of orchids, so we can just dab in the different exotic orchids and things like that, so we can just learn more and just try and keep everything alive, blooming, happy. And it's dedication, let me tell you, because you don't want those little beautiful plants to die or suffer at your hand. Before, when I had orchids, I just felt so bad because I would buy them. They were so beautiful. They'd stop blooming, and then it was just like a slow death. And not knowing that if you repotted it and just put new media and got rid of the dead roots and things like that, that the chances of survival of your orchid would be a lot higher. There was a young lady at this food store that we go to, and she goes, you know, they're just so inexpensive that just wait till it's done blooming and then throw it out and come buy another one. Well, I still felt like, no, there's a chance that this plant can rebloom for me again if I just keep it alive, try and keep it alive. But the thing was, the way some of these nurseries pack or pot these orchids, it is just for a gratification, just for a couple of months at most. And after that, they're not concerned with your plant dying, because probably the chances are you'll go buy another one. So I started, we joined our local orchid society, and we decided, you know, there's got to be more to this than what we know. We just need to get more informed. We got on the internet, we Googled a lot of things, we looked at different nurseries, we looked at different information on each particular species and hybrid of orchids that we like, and we started learning on them and just listening to other people and how they grow them in our particular area. And it's not as difficult as it is. It's just the knowledge of what each one needs is what we needed to, of course, learn. And sometimes it's a little bit difficult because we travel a lot. So we take turns taking care of each other's orchids. So we house sit, and at the same time we water the orchids or just keep an eye on them. And my daughter always, can you take a picture and send it to me? Or we do FaceTime and we're looking at each other's orchids and laughing and stuff, because it's like they're like pets. We have to keep an eye on them and know that everything's going well. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to pull out now and see if our order is ready, because my mother gets hangry. She's really thin and really cute, but when that lady gets hungry and or we don't get to a restaurant quick enough, or we don't make something quick enough, then she starts getting hangry, because it just takes her a few minutes to like, I'm hungry, get me something. So let's see how much this is.
Hi.
Hi, I have a phone order for a salad, please.
For this one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, 1 second.
Thank you. There you go. You can keep the change, thank you.
It'll be out shortly, and it was 10:06.
Okay, that's yours.
Are you sure?
Yes,
All right,
thank you.